Good evening and welcome to Assumption High School as we get you ready for Merriwood South girls basketball action. It is the visiting Stratford Tigers coming in at 8-6 overall. They are 4-3 in the Merriwood, head coach by Tammy Christofferson, going up against the Assumption Royals, coming in tonight at 10-2, 6-2 in the Merriwood Conference here in 2021 and 2022. Good evening, everyone. Steve Mavis alongside Sydney Seavey on this Thursday night for high school girls basketball. It is the start of the second half of the Merriwood Conference season, Merriwood Conference schedule, as the Royals and Tigers matched up in the first game of the year. That was back on November 18th. That was state championship football weekend. All the way back in early November. Assumption fell behind early in that game. It was 11-4 early on, and then they went on a 16-0 run to end the first half, I believe it was. They were up 20-11 or something around there to begin or at halftime, and then they pulled away for a 52-32 win over Stratford in November. We'll turn it over to Phil Hartley for our announcements, our invocation, and our national anthem coming up here on Zaleski Sports.
Their families and friends, God, before you give praise and honor to your name. Through this event, help each of us to grow, mature, and witness your presence in our lives. We are a community of people with various backgrounds and abilities. Help each of us, Father, to do our very best and be supportive and respectful of others. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Please remain standing. Join us singing our national anthem this evening, led by the Assumption High School Pep Band under the direction of Molly Thomas.
There we go. Wonderfully done by the Assumption Pep Band under the direction of Molly Thomas. Starting lineups for the Stratford Tigers coming in, as mentioned, at 8-6 overall. A 5'6 junior, number 1, Allison Lidner. 5'6 junior, number 3, Ella Heidman. 5'10 junior, number 12, Lauren Krause, her leading scorer. 5'7 sophomore, Bailey Linsmeyer. And 5'6 junior, number 22, Lexi Christofferson. And for the Assumption Royals coming in at 10-2 overall, 5'4 senior number 3, Ayanara Sanz de Rosas. 5'5 sophomore number 5, Kendall Dillman. 5'7 senior number 22, Kayla Kirkman. 5'5 junior number 24, Kristen Casey. And 5'8 junior number 40, Malia Colo. Assumption coming off a win over Rib Lake last week Friday. That was about 6 days ago. They've had their time to rest and get ready for this Merriwood Conference matchup. Stratford coming off of a tough loss against Bonduelle in a non-conference game on Monday. Bonduelle atop their conference, Central Wisconsin East, and should be a good one here tonight. Again, Stratford jumped out to an early lead in their first game, and then Assumption went on a run. Coach Klein in that game. He was absent for the first couple of games. And we are underway, and the opening tip goes to Stratford, working right to left. Sit back, relax. Going to be a good one here tonight from Assumption as we start the second half of the Merriwood South conference schedule here tonight. Kendall Dillman pokes that one away. Good crowd on hand. Good student section as well down to our left. As expected, should be another good crowd tomorrow, Friday night. Stratford and Assumption boys, same time, same location, same channel, most likely here. Depending, no, the Marshfield and Spash have a doubleheader tomorrow, so that will be on the main page. And there's a turnover, and the Royals force a early turnover. I think they have about 20 steals a game or so, and they do a wonderful job in doing that. Do not turn it over a whole lot, do the Royals. They foul a lot. We'll get into that in just a moment. Kayla Kirkman on the right wing, down low to Malia Colo, and back out to Kendall Dillman. A minute gone by here in the opening half from Assumption. Stratford came in last year to Wisconsin Rapids and resulting in a three-way tie for first with Auburndale, Assumption, and Stratford was a blowout win for the Stratford Tigers. 58-33, I believe it was, in the win for Stratford. Dillman almost walked with it, hands it off to Kirkman in the lane. Kristen Casey got blocked by Kraus and going to be rebounded there by Lauren. Allison Lidner on the right side. And back to the top of the key for Ella Heidman. Again, just underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Got a whole slate of games going on around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight. We'll get into those. And there's a layup missed and rebounded there by Malia Colo. Colo up ahead on the left side. Kristen Casey at the top of the key, and she moved that back pivot foot for a turnover. And the three freshmen come in. Addie Vullert, Sarah Shaw, and Anna Schooley for the Royals. So a senior, junior, and three freshmen on the court for Assumption. Addie Vullert had a big game against Stratford in their first game of the year. She was our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game that night. Ella Heidman on the right wing. In a tough loss against Bonduelle the other night for the Stratford Tigers. Down low to Kraus, right hand, and finishes. Lauren Kraus for two, the 5'2 junior. As Ayanara goes coast to coast and sends De Rosas. And we're tied up at 2. Taking no prisoners was Ayanara on that drive. She had a rough night against Rib Lake last week, was in big foul trouble in their win over the Redmen. And looking to have herself a good night here tonight from her in the Merriwood South. She's had she had a huge game against Stratford last year in Stratford. And that one's off the foot. Ball's on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, and Assumption will take over here on the turnover. Then we got 5 games going on for you around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight. We'll go through those as we get to them throughout the broadcast. Sansa Rosas on the right wing gets a screen from Kristen Casey. Back over to Addie Vullert. Man-to-man defense for Stratford. Casey all the way in the lane, finds Schooley. Back over to Sansa Rosas. Rosas up to Kristen Casey. Back over to Vullert. Kristen Casey at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Anna Schooley. Pick and roll, nothing happening. Again, not much really movement of offense. Or there's a lot of movement, not much else going on for Assumption right now. Sansa Rosas on the left wing. Back over to Anna Schooley. Schooley may have taken a step back as Sarah Shaw got that one knocked away. Kristen Casey takes it and throws it away, and Addie Vullert will recover it. Right near the timeline, down to Kristen Casey. What a pass. Kristen Casey, her first bucket. And that one's going to be taken away by Sarah Shaw, and will go to the line for 2. Sarah, one of the best, if not the best on the team in getting those steals, was magnificent on Friday last week. Lexi Christofferson picks up her first, and Sarah Shaw with the free throw. Fleet Farm's hiring event is going on now. All locations are looking to hire, get competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and a 20% discount for you and your immediate family. Apply online today. Fleet Farm, probably serving the Midwest since 1955. As a layup missed by Heidman, there's going to be a foul on the rebound on the Royals. Addie Vollert picks up her first, just the team's first. Averages 16. They average 16 fouls per game. There's an air ball by Ella Heidman. Offensive rebound, and Sarah Shaw can't recover. But the Royals, through 12 games, now through 12-plus games, have 195 team personal fouls. Kristen Casey poked that one away. There's a pull-up jumper off the mark and rebounded by Addie Vollert. Averaging 16 fouls per game as Addie Vollert lost her footing, and that was going to be taken away. Another turnover. Vollert's right up the middle. Back over to San Rosas on the right wing. INR over to Kristen Casey. Skips it over to Addie Vollert on the right baseline. 5-2 Royals, 12:50 to go in the first half. Quick moving first half as Sarah Shaw gets it on the left wing. Sarah had a great night and a career-high 12 points against Rib Lake. No kick call on the pass and another turnover for Assumption. Allison Lidner on the right side. And that one's going to be poked away by Vollert, and she traveled with it, but no call at the free throw line. Sarah Shaw, forearm shivers Lexi Christofferson, and is going to be called for a travel. No call, a timeout. And Stratford takes their first timeout. We'll do the same. 12:26 to go in the first half. 5-2 Royals. You're watching Assumption Royal girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Hasn't been the cleanest couple minutes to start this game. Royals lead by 3 with 12:20 to go in the first half. First timeout taken by Stratford. There's a three-pointer by Lidner. A bit too strong. Rebounded by Addie Vollert. What a pass up to Anna Schooley. Left hand and will not finish. But again, a great pass by Addie Vollert as Anna Schooley go to the line for two. As the second foul will go on Lexi Christofferson, and Tammy Christofferson not too pleased with the call. The first shot by Anna Schooley is off the mark. Kaylin Schiller checks in. Second one for Schooley is off the mark. So 0 for 2 from the free throw line is Anna Schooley. As Allison Linner crosses the timeline. Up ahead into the lane, kicks it out to Ella Heidman. Swings it back around to Lidner, working against Kayla Kirkman. Swings it around. Good ball movement here for Stratford. Down by 3, looking to get back on the winning side of things after their loss to Bondwell on Monday. And through the hands and into the hands of Addie Vollert. Somehow INR steps through. She got hacked. And a rebound going to go to Ella Heidman. Again, just more great passing by Addie Vollert. Royals unable to finish these layups. Swings it around, down low, again tipped by Colo, and it's going to stay with Stratford as Kendall Dillman will check in. Stratford with the height advantage right now as the likes of Vollert, Schooley, and San Rosas check out. Kendall Dillon, Kristen Casey, and Sarah Shaw check back in. There's a quick three-pointer, left it short. Rebounded there by Lidner, blocked by Colo, and Kayla Kirkman comes away with it. And through the hands, and it's going to be Stratford basketball. Hawkins Ash CPAs is a certified public accounting firm that's big enough to serve you but small enough to care. Accounting professionals in the firm's Marshfield office provide local tax and accounting services and are backed with the resources and support of 9 other offices and more than 150 team members. Contact Hawkins Ash CPAs in Marshfield for all your tax and accounting needs. Visit them online at hawkinsash.cpa to learn more. Heidman goes baseline, tries to step through, throws it up there, and going to be rebounded there by Sarah Shaw. 3-on-1, Sarah on the right side, and lays it in. Sarah Shaw for 2, and a 7-2 Royals. Lauren Krause just crossed the timeline up ahead into the lane, kicks out to Ella Heidman. Goes baseline. Nice job by Malia Colo, and it's going to get called for the travel. And Ella Heidman frustrated with herself and maybe her teammates for not getting open as Kendall Dillman will inbound in the backcourt. 10-11 to go in the first half. Got hockey in Marshfield. Got basketball in Iola. As Kristen Casey not quite expecting it. Sarah Shaw with the floater. She's got 5 here in the first half. A good assist there by Kristen Casey. Picked up her dribble as Kendall Dillman's going to get called for the foul right at midcourt. Inbounding is Ella Heidman for the Stratford Tigers. Again, they are 8-6 on the year, 4-3 in the Merriwood Conference. Because, again, the Merriwood North crossover games count for your conference record. Kicks it all the way over to Heidman. Linsmeyer for 3. Offensive rebound there. Long shots, long rebounds. Bailey Linsmeyer kicks it out, swings it around. Lidner at the top of the key, looking down low. Malia Colo is going to get called for the foul on the reach around and the body. And Schooley will check in along with Iannara. With 9:17 to go in the first half, 9-2 Royals. Sarah Shaw already with 5 points for Assumption. Bailey Linsmeyer at the free throw line, throws it up there, maybe blocked by Schooley, rebounded by Kirkman. Behind the back she goes, back over to Kristen Casey, down to Schooley. And a cutting Kirkman, what a pass and what a finish. Kayla Kirkman, and another timeout taken by Stratford. Royals running wild here. A full timeout it is. 8:59 to go. Assumption 11 and Stratford 2. You're watching Assumption girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
8:59 to go, halfway through this first half. Royals on an 11-0 run. They started down 2-0. Then INR went coast to coast and put it in. And right out of the timeout, misses the layup. And INR comes away with it for the Royals. 3-on-2. INR steps through, throws it up to Sarah Shaw. She left it short. Rebounded by Anna Schooley. INR steps through right or left hand. Can't finish. Rebounded there by Lauren Kraus. Lauren had 2 early points on the first possession by Stratford. Or one of the first possessions as Linsmeyer tiptoes that sidelines. Heidman got it tipped away momentarily. Ball is loose. Kayla Kirkman comes away with it. Up ahead to Ionara. Ionara, floater, left hand. Just beautiful on the shot. And that one's going to nearly be thrown out of bounds near midcourt. The 4th-ranked Assumption Royals, their 2 losses to Phillips and Auburndale this year, both in conference play. Auburndale lost to Edgar last week on the girls' side. Down low to Kraus. Got bumped by her own player. And the ball is on the floor and still loose. Still loose. Schiller tried to find Kraus. Again, on that shot by Lauren Kraus, she got bumped by her teammate Schiller. As Kristen Casey's got it now in the left wing. All the way into the lane. Finds Sarah Shaw behind the 3-point line. And good! Sarah Shaw, her first 3, and she is up to 8 points already here tonight. 8 of the 16 for Assumption, and it's 16-2 Royals. Right near the midcourt line. And got it poked away by Kristen Casey, and that is a foul you do not want to commit. You want to be aggressive. You want to try and knock it away. And quick word with Coach Jaglinski as Kendall Dillman checks in along with Addie Vollert. 16-2 Royals, 6:58 to go in the first half. Again, Royals on a 16-0 run as Linsmeyer chases it down. Excuse me, that's Tessa Berg. Kraus has it now, gets the screen from Berg. Doesn't really use it. Back over to Allison Lidner. Lidner working on Kendall Dillman. Lauren Kraus, pull-up jumper. It's a good-looking shot for Lauren Kraus. She's got 4, and that breaks a 16-0 run by Assumption to start this ball game. 16-4 now. Lauren's got all 4. Leading scorer on the team. Addie Vollert at the top of the key, over to Kendall Dillman. Dillman over to Ionara, makes the extra pass, and Ionara just off the rim. Can't get it to go. She was knocking him down big time in warm-ups. Lindner crossed the timeline, working on Ionara. Swings it over to Lexi Christofferson on the right wing, right in front of Coach Klein. Kraus, Schiller's wide open. Didn't feed her off the foot, and Ionara comes away with it on the right side, steps through, and an easy layup for Ionara. Having another good game. Again, that game against Rib Lake, she had major foul trouble, and somehow Schiller was able to come down with that ball. 4 fouls, 7 points did Ionara, but did not have a loud 7 points, if they say that. Out of bounds, and Malia Colo will check in for Kayla Kirkman. And now they got 2 post players do the Royals in Anna Schooley and Malia Colo in the game at the same time. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Stratford and Assumption boys tomorrow. Christofferson nearly poked away by Kendall Dillman. We'll get you some updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network. As that one's going to be swung around to Kraus into the lane. Runner off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Going to be poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds, staying with Stratford. Score from Iola Scandinavia, the undefeated Thunderbirds, up 11-10 on Bondwell. The Almighty Bears. Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids Hockey do not have a score from that one yet, as they are in commercial break. We'll get to that. They might be in a period break because they usually don't take commercials during games. That one is a runner. Cross off, or with the, tried to step through. And somehow Lauren Krause, she's got 6, all 6 for the Tigers, and it's 18-6 Royals. Said they got, have her for 7 up on the scoreboard. That is obviously not correct. Schooley, pull-up jumper. Man, oh man. Took one dribble to her left and pulled up and knocked down the shot. And it's 20-6 Assumption with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Assumption doing a nice job defensively. Only 4 fouls. Letting them play just a little bit. Poked away by Dillman. Vollert comes in doubles. Pass up ahead. Over. Three-pointer Christofferson off the front rim. Rebounded there, and she may have dribbled out of bounds to Tessa Berg. As Kristen Casey, Sarah Shaw, and Kayla Kirkman check into the game. 3:48 to go. 20-6 Assumption. Again, it started out 2-0 Stratford. Assumption went on a 16-0 run. Lauren Krause with all 6 points for Stratford here so far. Assumption, that's one big part of their team this year, has been their balanced scoring. As Sanse Rosas goes baseline. Skips up ahead to Kirkman. Kayla in the lane, a runner for Kayla Kirkman off the back bracket. Ball is loose, and Lauren Krause comes away with the rebound. Lexi Christofferson crossed the timeline up ahead to Ella Heidman. And nice job again by Anna Schooley, just keeping her ground. With 3:12 to go. And again, that you have to really feel out the officials in some of these games, because for some officials, sometimes when a Schooley does that, sometimes she gets the blocking foul, gets the body foul called on her. Lauren Krause on the right side, down low again. Great job by Anna Schooley. Ayanara all the way, coast to coast, throws it up with her left hand. Ayanara having a big game. She's got 8, and the Royals lead 22-6. Lexi Christofferson across the timeline. Swings it around on the right side for Lexi Christofferson. The whole Stratford side has been looking for some calls as Anna Schooley comes away with that one. Ripped out of her hand by Schiller. And it's 22-8. Freshman against freshman, and Schiller won that battle. Kristen Casey down to Anna Schooley. She got fouled, counted, and won. Schooley from Kristen Casey. Kristen having another nice night passing the ball. And it's 24-8. Score from Marshfield. Do not believe we have a score yet. Still 0-0 through the first period. Can we get you some other scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight? Greenwood boys up 22-8 on Gilman. They have the Gilman Pirates have struggled big time this year. 0-10 on the season. Bailey Linsmeyer through the defense. Again, just ripped out of the hands. And Lexi Christofferson is going to pick up her 3rd foul 70 feet from the basket. 25-8 Assumption. As Lexi can't really believe it as Allison Lindner checks in. We'll have highlights of all these games later on tonight on Zaleski Sports. I believe the other one we have is Mosinee and DC Everest, I believe. Yep. On the boys' side, Mosinee up 25-14 on DC Everest. With 5 minutes to go in that first half. 1:45 to go here in our first half, 25-8. Sarah Shaw steps into another three-pointer and knocks down another three-pointer. She's got 11. 28-8 Royals. Up ahead to Krause. Pull-up jumper, 15-footer off the mark, chased down by Anna Schooley. Ionara one-on-one against Ella Heidman, and steps through, throws it up there, and she's going to get called for the travel. A lot of body contact, but great job that time by Ella Heidman, keeping her ground. Not allowing Ionara to use that Euro step through with 1:15 to go. Up ahead to Linsmeyer in the left wing. Skips it over to Heidman, Lidner, Schooley, and Tessa Berg. A good battle down low. And Lauren Krause with the runner, left it short. Off a rebound there by Lidner. And going to be poked out of bounds to Assumption with 58 seconds to go. Malia Colo checks into the game. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Solaris. With so much of our lives riding on the internet these days, choosing a provider you know and trust has become more important than ever. Solaris Fiber Network is the fastest technology available. It's more reliable than cable internet and provides equal upload and download speeds. Solaris has been keeping Central Wisconsin connected for over 125 years and has the speeds you need. Call, stop in, or visit Solaris.net to learn more as Bailey Linsmeyer comes away with a steal and misses the layup. Rebounded by Sarah Shaw. 30 seconds to go. Up ahead to Kristen Casey off the hands of Malia Colo. Kristen Casey's got 4. Give her a hockey assist on that one for Sarah Shaw as Kristen Casey then picks up a foul. So give Addie Vollert a hockey assist on that one because it hit off of Malia Colo, and then Colo tipped it. Didn't really tip it. It just hit off her fingers to Kristen Casey. 30-8 Royals here from Assumption High School. As another turnover, Kendall Dillman up ahead to Sarah Shaw. She's going to finish the first half with 13 points. And that will end our first half here tonight from Wisconsin Rapids. The Assumption Royals dominant in the first 18 minutes. It is Assumption 32 and Stratford 8. We'll hear from our sponsors, come back, get you our first half scoring statistics, and get you some scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight. One half in the books. Assumption 32, Stratford 8. You're watching Merriwood South girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Premier Realty Group is the #1 selling real estate team in the Wisconsin Rapids area 3 years running. Every listing at Premier Realty Group includes 4K cinematic videos, professional photography, 3D Matterport virtual tours, and more. Nobody sells more homes than Premier Realty Group. Call 715-424-0000. That's 424-0000 today.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Peter's Beef is located right here in central Wisconsin to help you get quality beef straight from the source. Ryan Peters and his family operate a cattle farm in Portage County that services all of Wisconsin. No middleman, no grocery store markup, just great prices from the family-owned and operated Peter's Beef. Go to petersbeef.com for locally raised meat and easy convenience with shipping right to your door or pick up in Plover, Wisconsin. petersbeef.com.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids Assumption as we're first half scoring here. We'll start with the Stratford Tigers. Lauren Krause has 6 and Kaylin Schiller has 2. That is the 8 points for Stratford. They started the game out, it was 2-0. They started out 2-0 in their favor, and then after that made shot by Lauren Krause. Ayanara has been on a tear here tonight. She got the ball on the inbounds, went coast to coast, and it's been all Assumption since then. And they went on a 16-0 run, and then Lauren Krause broke that. But first half scoring for Assumption, career high already. We thought, Sarah Shaw had a career high against Rib Lake last week with 12 points, 6 in each half. She had 13 in the first half. 3 2-pointers, 2 3-pointers, and a free throw. She had 13. Ayanara had 8. Kayla Kirkman had 2. Kristen Casey had 4. And Anna Scully finished with 5. Some scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network, as mentioned, get you that Iola Scandinavia and Bondwell score in a moment. Greenwood up 28-9 on Gilman. Let's see what we got here. First half, I believe, is over in Iola. And I believe the Bondwell Bears. 1 half in the books from Iola. Bondwell up 22-21 on Iola at halftime at the Thunderdome in Iola. So work to be done for the Thunderbirds, as that one's going to be poked out of bounds by Kristen Casey. Can't happen. A big matchup coming in February, early February. Marathon. The Red Raiders head over and play Iola Scandinavia. Hoping to have that game live for you as Kristen Casey pulls on the arm of Bailey Lindsmeyer, who will go to the line for the first free throws tonight for Stratford. Wisconsin Rapids and Marshfield hockey. Still no score from the Marshfield Fairgrounds Ice Arena. First one for Bailey Lindsmeyer is good. And I believe that might be it. And then Mosinee and Mosinee and Edgar, I believe they're in halftime of that game. Big game that just finished up in Madison. The Wisconsin Badgers, number 13 in the country. They really jumped up after their couple wins last week. Now at 13, beat the number 16 team, Ohio State, as Malia Colo gets a great pass from Kendall Dillman. And there's an over and back call from Ella Heidman and Allison Lidner. Another turnover by Stratford, 34-10 here in this ball game. Again, Assumption back in action on Saturday as Kristen Casey lays it in. Another beautiful pass from Malia Colo. Kristen up to 6 points. But again, Assumption back in action over at the Just a Game, or not over, down at the Just a Game Fieldhouse in Wisconsin Dells. for a doubleheader, boys-girls doubleheader. They'll take on Shalsburg as Kayla Kirkman picks up another foul. So a doubleheader on Saturday against Shalsburg. And then they'll be in action on Tuesday at Wausau Newman. Lauren Krause swings it around to Lexi Christofferson. Pull-up jumper for Lexi, left to short, rebounded by Kayla Kirkman. INR on the right side. Our schedule next week is mishmash? Mashup? I don't know. We're going to be all over the place next week with no home games for Assumption. Going to be in Pittsville, going to be in Port Edwards. And then we end the week with a big one over at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids, doubleheader. Jason Zaleski on the broadcast with Sydney Seavey on Friday next week. Great pass by Kendall Dillman. And Ionara can't finish as Malia gets it poked out of her hands. And Ionara pokes it out of the hands of Bailey Linsmeyer. Kendall Dillman goes coast to coast and throws it in the hands again to Heidman and out of bounds, staying with the Royals as Coach Klein telling Ionara just to go up with it. As Kendall will inbound baseline left to our right. Malia Colo, pull-up jumper, and knocks it down. She's got 4 here in the second half. And the Royals lead 38-10. Ionara up to Dillman on the left side, and 2 more for the Royals. Kendall's first basket. And it's 40-10 Assumption. Down low, good cut by Allison Lindner. Can't finish off the hands of Lauren Krause. And over to Assumption it goes. Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. And we'll hear more from our friends at Spectrum when we get back. Timeout Assumption, back to Wisconsin Rapids right after this.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
$15:20 to go. 40-10 Assumption. Coach Klein took his first time out. Anna Schooley to get some substitutions. The 3 freshmen back into the game. Schooley, Vollert, and Shaw. Kayla Kirkman over to Ionara. 3 freshmen in with 2 of the seniors. As Schooley has it at the free throw line. A lot of just running some offense here for Assumption. As Addie Vollert at the right elbow. Hands off to Ionara. Back over to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman all the way into the lane. She gets fouled and will go to the line for 2. And Kayla will head to the line for a couple of free throws. As mentioned, Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Kayla's second one is perfect. As Allison Lindner at the half-court line picks up her dribble as looks like Bree Sullivan heading to the chair between Coach Nelson and Coach Jaglinski, as well as Autumn Moon. Autumn had a huge game last Saturday against Squamigan, 15 in the 80-point win as Lauren Krause with the runner. Can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Sarah Shaw. Up ahead to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman over to Schooley. Schooley swings it, and more substitutions as Schiller's come in. A lot of body contact as Addie Vollert can't finish. And Lexi Christopherson is going to get called for the travel. H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield is hiring. If you're a hardworking individual, then they need you. Do you want a solid company that offers top wages along with a very generous benefits package? Then check out the open positions at H&S. Their benefits include health, dental, life, and disability, plus 401k cash bonuses, a $2 shift bonus, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. They're looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shift. To apply online, Google them at H&S Manufacturing or log on to hsmfgco.com as Lauren Krause lays it in for Stratford, and it's 42-12. Bree Sullivan and Autumn Moon did check in as Kendall Dillman gets ready to check in. Autumn Moon loses control maybe of it, and she's going to be out of bounds back to the Tigers. Take the first step to building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home with Stratford Homes. With a 110,000 square foot indoor construction facility and model home village located in the heart of central Wisconsin, Stratford Homes has been an industry leader in the systems-built home market since 1973. Visit StratfordHomes.com today to get started. As Ella Heidman will go to the line for a couple of free throws. Iola's winning. Yep. First one for Heidman is off the mark. Score from Mosinee. The Mosinee Indians 35 and DC Everest 24. 37-24 now as Heidman goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Gilman and Greenwood, 34-15 Greenwood. 24-22 Iola over the mighty Bondwell Bears. Rapids up 1-0 on Marshfield in the second period. Lauren Krause airballs it into the hands of Sarah Shaw on the rebound. Bree Sullivan, nice move by Bree. And she's in the scoring column. And it's 44-13 with 12:30 to go. And we'll have an opportunity, our Nacerville Dairy post-game show. We'll talk to, unless something magical happens here, have an opportunity to talk to Kristen Casey for the first time this year. As Lauren Krause, foot on the line and left it short. Offense rebound by Schiller for 2. Sarah Shaw on the left wing. Go through our score go through our schedule here next week. Assumption is there's a 3-second violation. As Autumn Moon will check out. Assumption back in action after their game on Saturday, next Tuesday at Newman. And then they will head up to Prentice next Friday. A week from tomorrow, Lauren Krause takes it in and lays it in for 2. And then the big one, next Monday the 24th, they will host Neelsville, part of a long home stretch for the Royals. Another long home stretch, pull-up jumper and a schoolie. Offense rebound by Bree Sullivan and got it to go. A nice offense rebound by Bree, the 5'8" sophomore. She's got 4 here. So they'll be home against Neelsville, home against Edgar, home against Pacelli, home against Athens, home against Auburndale. And then after that, there's only 3 games left in the regular season. So there's going to be a jump ball. So Royals on the back stretch of their schedule, they're 10-2, so 12 games in. They've got 11 games left after tonight. So Again, very hard to believe, but right around the corner. It's kind of hard to believe that we're already on the 13th day of January. As INR's got it on the right wing. Kayla Kirkman at the top of the key, Malia Colo. And Lauren Krause is going to pick up a reaching or body foul. And got to get a new sub in here. I believe Coach Christofferson wants to take, no, thought she wanted to take a timeout. Does not. And we will go through our schedule here for next week, and an offensive foul on Kendall Dillman. So next week, Nakusa is at Stratford boys basketball. Nakusa is at Pittsfield girls basketball. And then pending, we'll have Iola Scandinavia at Port Edwards girls basketball. Those are 3 games on Monday. As Coach Christofferson will take timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll be back to Wisconsin Rapids right after this.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. 46-17 Royals with 10:18 to go in the ball game. Go through again our schedule for next week. Next Tuesday, we got Marathon at Mosney boys basketball. That should be another great game. Anago at Mosney hockey. Assumption at Newman girls basketball. Auburndale at Stratford girls basketball. That should be another great game. Columbus Catholic at Colby boys basketball. Pacelli at Port Edwards. That is a battle for first place in the Central Wisconsin South Conference. And then Shiocton at Pacelli girls basketball. Down low to Schiller and reverse layup. Nice move by Schiller. She's got 6 and it's 46-19 with 9:50 to go in the ball game. And then Thursday next week, Malia Colo's got Lauren Krause, or had her pinned up and still loose. A lot of contact. INR fighting through it. Goes baseline. Back out to Kristen Casey on the left wing. Vollerts to San Rosas. And a lot of, again, just hip check by Christofferson. Dillman back over to Vollerts. San Rosas lets a 3 fly. Yes! INR for 3, her first points in the second half, and she's got 11. That's what we saw in warm-ups before the game. Just a sweet, smooth shot. Going to be poked out and staying with Stratford. So next Thursday, January 20th, Spencer is at Columbus Catholic girls basketball. Shiocton is at Amherst girls basketball. Loyal at Greenwood girls basketball. Tri-County is at Pittsfield, a girls-boys doubleheader. Marathon is at Athens boys basketball. And Spash is at Wisconsin Rapids for hockey as Eddie Vollert comes away with it, loses control, and it's going to be back to Stratford. And then next Friday, Loyal at Greenwood boys basketball. Amherst has wrestling that starts at 4 o'clock. Rochelt at Pacelli we have highlights of, I believe. Allman Bancroft at Port Edwards boys basketball. Marshfield at Wisconsin Rapids girls boys doubleheader. And Spencer at Columbus Catholic boys basketball. Up ahead to Schiller and lays it in with the left hand. 49-21. Under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Royals will improve to 11-2. As again, they'll have a little bit of a break. Head down to Wisconsin Dells on Saturday. Head down to take on Shullsburg. And then they will be at Wausau Newman. As Kristen Casey, you got to shoot the ball. As Eddie Voller's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be team foul number 6. But Kristen Casey is wide open. You got to shoot the ball. As Coach Klein will sub in or sub out Fullerton, Kristen Casey, as Royals still putting on full court pressure with 8:21 to go. Up by 28. As Kraus crossed the timeline. Christofferson into Lidner. And going to be tipped away. Again, good hustle by Lauren Kraus. Offensive rebound again by Kraus. Counted and one. Lauren up to 12 points here tonight. Lauren Kraus's and one. Coming up, and it is good. 13 for Lauren tonight. 49-24, Assumption on top. Sarah Shaw had 13 in the first half. Haven't needed much of her, or any of her scoring, obviously, here in the second. She has not scored yet. Leah Colo at the top of the key. Takes one dribble. Back pivots. Back over to Kayla Kirkman. Sensi Rosas at the top of the key. Another whole slate of games for you tomorrow night on Zaleski Sports, including Stratford and Assumption boys right here. Same place, same time. As Kendall Dillman will inbound right in front of the Assumption bench. They lead by 25 with 7.5 minutes to go. Again, Nacefield Area postgame show will come at the conclusion of this game, and we'll talk to Assumption junior Kristen Casey. Down low to Sarah Shaw. She's got 15, looking for 16. The layup and the foul. Nobody enjoys being without comfort. Time to plan for the winter months ahead. Give our friends and the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace, AC service, and fireplace service in Wisconsin Rapids. They'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble, and they'll get the comfort working again rapidly. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Again, I'll give a shout out to our friends over at Rapid Sheet Metal. Did it on Tuesday. We'll do it again here tonight. Came, fixed our gas fireplace, and I believe she pinned it up against her hip, and that's why the carrying call got called on INR. Sadie Donahue checks in along with Anna Scully. Royals lead 52-24, and another career night for Sarah Shaw. 16 for the freshman. Ball's loose. Anna Scully, oh man, as Kaylin Schiller hit the floor hard. Sounded like some elbow and maybe a head, but man, she is strong cookie as they make sure she's all right. As Lauren Kraus gets the inbounds and lays it in. 52-26, 6:40 to go. Scully back over to Donahue. See if Sadie can get on the score sheet tonight as Kendall Dillman off the mark and back to Stratford. Like a good, and they're going to say that it was tipped. I was going to say tipped, and it's going to stay with Assumption. Again, that's exactly what needs to be done. Officials come together, conclude on a verdict, and come to an agreement. Kayla Kirkman has it, gets past Linsmeyer, floater in the lane, hard body contact with Kraus to Kayla Kirkman. No foul called as Anna Scully has it, poked away momentarily, recovered there by Kendall Dillman. Crosses up Christofferson off the fingertips, and that one's going to go back to Stratford. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Ert, State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Get a free quote from Carrie Van Ert State Farm on auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, short-term income protection, long-term income protection, as well as banking products. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Ert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Find Carrie Van Ert State Farm on Facebook to get started today. Lawrence up to 17. 11 here in the second half. 5:35 to go. 52-28. And the Royals throwing the ball away right now as Schiller hands it off to Lexi Christofferson. Up ahead to Allison Lidner. Tessa Berg getting ready to check in. And Bailey Linsmeyer lays it in. Still a 22-point game with 5:10 to go as Coach Klein sent INR to the scorer's table. And a good cut there by Schooley. She's got 7. And the Royals lead by 24. Right side for Lexi Christofferson. The real big turning point, I think, in this game, besides the 16-0 run for Assumption, was after the made basket by Lauren Krause in the first half, the first basket of the game. INR took the inbounds and went coast to coast and laid it in. A timeout taken by Coach Klein. We'll do the same. It is a 30-second timeout. Back to Wisconsin Rapids after this.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
54-30, Royals on top. Our next broadcast, as mentioned, tomorrow night. Same two teams, same location. But on the boys' side, Stratford came off a huge win on Tuesday against the Newman Cardinals. So atop the conference right now sits Marathon 1 and Stratford 1A. So, or 1B, whatever you would want to call it, because Marathon beat Stratford earlier. The lone loss for Marathon in conference was to Edgar. So Autumn Moon and Lauren Krause still playing hard, as she does. Oh, what a pass. Autumn Moon finishes. Good ball movement for the Royals. Autumn, her first points. Vollert to Donahue to Moon. Down low to Linsmeyer, counted and 1. Foul will go on Kendall Dillman. 56-32 with 4 minutes to go in the game. Kendall's 4th foul here tonight. And Linsmeyer's and 1 is good. 56-33, 4 minutes to go. Again, Royals still without senior Izzy Youngworth. At least the boot is off of Izzy's foot, ankle, leg, whatever it may have been, but we'll probably not see her. Maybe, again, don't know a timetable, but maybe maybe they'll bring her back for Neelsville, as that one's off the mark. Rebounded there by Tessa Berg. But again, that's even a non-conference game. So maybe the Auburndale game on February 8th or the Edgar game after the Neelsville game. There's a three-pointer for Christofferson off the mark. And cutting is Linsmeyer. She misses the layup. Ball is loose. Getting really physical out there. Pretty, don't want to say chippy, but Lauren Krause went from her stomach to her back, and that is a travel call. As Bree Sullivan, Casey Schultz will check in for Kendall Dillman and Sarah Shaw. 3:03 to go in the ball game. Lauren Weissman checked in as well for Stratford, number 11. Autumn Moon at the top of the key. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Royals lead 56-33. But again, just going off of what I was saying before Coach Klein's timeout, just after that made shot by Lauren Krause, as Lauren is bodying up, Bree Sullivan will get called for the foul. That'll be her second. Team's fifth here. As Schiller will check in for Lauren Krause, and Lawrence Knight will come to a conclusion. JVers, Assumption knocked off Stratford JV 32-22. But again, after that Lauren Krause made basket on the first make of the night, INR took it coast to coast, laid it in, all Assumption after that. And for the longest time it was 5-2, and then Royals went on a bit of a run after that. Again, after that made basket, it was 16-2, a 16-0 run for Assumption. They finished the first half on a 32-6 run. They led at halftime 32-8. Again, just going back to that first contest, Stratford jumped out to an early lead in that game, and then Assumption went on a run to end the first half, and then then Assumption went and won that one 52-32. Pretty similar score, just about. Down to Donahue. Sadie left it short, but she got fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws. Donahue looking for her first points tonight. Donahue's first free throw is left short. Ashley Holatz checks in for Stratford as Bailey Linsmeyer sees her night come to a conclusion. And appreciate everyone tuning in tonight, sticking around with us as Sadie Donahue gets on the board. She's got a point tonight. Got highlights of this game later on tonight on Facebook. A good move there by Schiller. She lays it in. She's up to 10 points tonight. Royals, again with 100 seconds to go. Casey Schultz got it. Royals have had 10 players score tonight. 10 of their 14, and Donahue just off the mark. One's at, I guess, 10 of 13. Izzy Youngworth obviously wasn't going to score. Addie Vollert, no points tonight for the freshman. Casey Schultz hasn't scored yet. Almost put the words right into Addie's hands. And then that one is off the mark. And Bree Sullivan will go to the line for a couple. Second one for Sullivan is off the mark and rebounded there by Schiller. And Eddie Vollert got blocked by Kaylin Schiller. And Sullivan comes away with the steal. .3 seconds to go. Kendall Dillman will get ready to check back in. And Sullivan will go back to line for a couple of free throws. Nearing 8:30 here in Central Wisconsin. C-Maves alongside Sydney Seavey on this Thursday night. And the Assumption Royals have, especially in that first half and the start of the second half, very, very aggressive, very impressive. And just all around, as Bree Sullivan was over the line. But just a very impressive outing tonight for the Assumption Royals in a big Merriwood South game and a big Merriwood win, and off of the hands of Casey Schultz with 45 seconds to go. Again, Royals will improve to 11-2 on the year, 7-2 in the conference, and Stratford will fall to 8-7 on the year and will drop to 4-4 in the Merriwood Conference. As Assumption again back in action against Sholzberg on Saturday, as Schiller's off the mark there, and a lay-in for Kaylin. She's up to 12, and it's 57-37. Sadie Donahue on the right wing. Looking down low is Bree Sullivan. 20 seconds to go. Autumn Moon to Bree Sullivan. She goes baseline. Finds Sadie Donahue, Kendall Dillman. 10 seconds left. Again, we'll talk to our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game, Kristen Casey, coming up. I believe they usually do their post-game prayer, and then we'll talk to Kristen after that. Final score here from Wisconsin Rapids. The Assumption Royals 57 and the Stratford Tigers 37. All-around impressive game for Assumption. Nationville Dairy post-game show coming up in just a moment. We'll talk to Kristen Casey when after Sydney goes down there and gets her. Yeah, we'll run a couple commercials here from Partners Bank Home Furniture and get back to Wisconsin Rapids with Kristen Casey right after this.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
All right, I'm Sydney Seavey here with Zaleski Sports back on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show, here to talk to our player of the game, Kristen Casey. So, Kristen, you guys were able to get the big win over Stratford tonight. You started out a lot faster than you did last game. Just talk a little bit about, what went into that.
Yeah, I think we brought a lot of energy tonight. This was definitely, our first half was definitely our best half we've played all year, I think. We really played as a team. We cut to space, and people just kept cutting. We made the baskets. We boxed out really well, and that just really gave us the victory today.
Yeah, you were able to finish with 6 points tonight, but you had a lot of assists also. You've done a really good job of facilitating this offense. Just talk a little bit about your role on the team this year, halfway through the season.
Yeah, I have a little bit different role than I normally have. I got to play in the post this year, which is a little scary sometimes, but my friends really helped me out, and we all just work as a team, and together we just create a lot of energy. And when we go, having INR out there just run it, she gives us a lot of energy, so with that it really helps.
All right, and then lastly, you guys are 10-2 now, 11-2 on the season. You guys are about halfway through, so just talk a little bit more about what you're looking forward to the second half of the season.
Yeah, obviously we have to play our Merriwood South Conference again. We have some big games coming up, Auburndale soon, and we're just looking to get to beat them again. Yep. And because we lost to them last time, so it'd be nice to get a dub, and just to keep our energy and keep our winning streak alive, and then just get better every day.
All right, thank you, Kristen.
Yeah.
And then when he points at you.
Okay. I'm Kristen Casey, and I'm in the house. Yeah!
Nasonville post-game show continues here from Wisconsin Rapids as we sign off here in just a moment. But the Assumption Royals' very impressive win tonight. It is a 57-37 37 win over the Stratford Tigers. Leading scorer, Sarah Shaw finished with 16 for Assumption, and Lauren Kraus for the Stratford Tigers finished with 17. So with that, we're going to sign off here from Wisconsin Rapids as the Assumption Royals improve to 11-2 on the year, and Stratford falls to 8-7 here in the 2021 season. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night, Stratford boys and Assumption boys right here in Wisconsin Rapids. For Sydney Seavey, this is Steve Mave signing off from the Lions Den in Wisconsin Rapids at Assumption High School. It is the Assumption Royals 57 and Stratford Tigers 37. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow night right here on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families